What is up, y'all? It's Coffee back with some sports news, few topics to hit on, man, and kicking it right off. This is big news. Ice Cube offers this groundbreaking contract to Caitlyn Clark to come to the Big Three. Now, I need y'all help on this one, man. The Big Three, first off, are y'all messing with it? Is it successful? I know Ice Cube talked about a lot of problems he faced going against the NBA in many ways. They have not been making it easy for him, but he ain't quitting. And I loved the idea of the Big Three when it kicked off. I wanted to really follow it. For whatever reason, I got out of the loop. But you see, he offered her $5 million contract, right? Top contract in the WNBA is $250,000. Now, is there a women's Big Three? Am I out of the loop on that? Or is it going to be intergender basketball? Could this also make the WNBA get their game up when it comes to contracts, or is there not really a market? You know what I mean? I love talking sports too. Everyone out there, make sure to subscribe to the channel, interact, help me algorithmically, but more important, I want to talk with y'all. That's what it's all about over here. But when it comes to basketball, it's a sport I'm not as tapped in on, like NFL and other stuff where I, feel real comfortable giving y'all these bold takes. Like, obviously, I know who Caitlyn Clark is. I know all that, right? But is there women in the Big Three? What's the deal with all this? Let's talk about it. Then moving on, man. You see what that says at the bottom there, right? It's a fake account, y'all dumb. This is wild. And like I said, man, I'm not all the way up on basketball like that, right? My guy, Lon the Don, he's a coffee talk correspondent. He's like my NBA basketball specialist. And he even got fooled by this. That was a fake Woj account that put this account of an incident out there that Steve Kerr got Latrell Sprewell by Draymond Green. And then, everyone's like, damn, is Kerr going to be gone? He just signed an extension. What's the deal? It's like, no, this didn't happen. This was a troll account. And like Twitter, that's what's so wild. If you go to that account, right, it has a blue check mark with all what Elon did with the check marks, right? So it's like a blue check, and it says Woj, right? But then fan right next to it in small letters. And this fooled a lot of people. People are still posting and tweeting about this. And that's what we got to talk about too. Has Elon Musk made Twitter? I don't like calling it X. Fuck all that X-ish. Has he made Twitter better or not? Because a lot of people were saying Elon allowed where a lot of narratives, and I don't like getting political and all that, but like a lot of individuals that I flock with what they talk about. I'm tapped into what they're saying. What they're saying means something to me. Was saying Elon is letting ish fly from both sides now, not just one. So he's helping the narratives, because social media has power when it comes to society, influence, and all that, right? But this checkmark ish is like whack city. You know what I mean? You're letting so that's how something like this happened, where a fan has a parody account of Woj and puts this out and fools everyone. It's happened before with little things, but people catch it. I can't quite recall a time where I've seen a parody account have this kind of reach where days later people are still talking about it. You see old girl up in the top, she's like, I'm still laughing at the fake Woj tweet from the other day saying Draymond went full Latrell Sprewell on Kerr because it's totally believable. And people believe it. They're still running wild. You see all the tweets, all the memes. Like I've said this before, the way people retain information, fake news being debunked and stuff like that. A lot of times when some fake ish gets out there, people still believe it even later on. Like this might as well have really happened, but it's just so comedy to me, man. What do y'all think about it? And then we got some NFL draft talk we got to get to as well.
Would you say that there's a chance that there aren't any trades, and that maybe there is a way that, these teams just get exactly who they want, and then you're kind of the only one that has Drake May too on that board. Everyone has Drake May either to the Patriots or to whoever they think is going to trade up with the Patriots. Why do you have that? And do you think that over these next, or I guess it's just a month now, over this next month, that one or that 2-3 spot is going to be flipping and flopping with everybody's mock draft?
Yeah, that's a good point. A good question. To me, with Caleb at 1, I think we can all kind of put that one there unless something crazy happens that one's done. I think then there is uncertainty with Washington and New England. The reason why I said I didn't think New England would trade, that was based off some information I had from talking to people that said, look, this is before free agency. So that the Patriots' plan is they're going to sign a quarterback for $8 to $10 million, and they're going to stick and pick and take a quarterback at 3. And they went out and got Brissett for $8 million. So I'm like, well, the first.
So Jacoby Brissett back in New England. Who would have thunk it, man? Their quarterback sucked, man. That experiment, they pulled the plug on that one, right? He was a straight buster. I ain't even gonna say his name. And I'm a diehard Bills fan. It's Bills Mafia. What up, y'all? Everyone comment who your squad is. Comment your thoughts about the drafts. But they're saying the Patriots basically are gonna, he's inclined to think that the way it's looking is a lot of teams are just going to stick with their picks. We're not going to see too much jumping around. And you see the mock that this individual has, Danielle Jeremiah, right? Stick and pick. These are the QBs he has, but the Patriots are going to, he got inside sources telling him Patriots are going to sign a guy, draft a guy. Maybe the guy they draft has to sit for a minute and learn. And, the fact that they brought Brissett back has him thinking that is factual, that's what's going to happen. So do you think Brissett will end up starting? Jump in the comments. Let me know.
Part of this story checks out. So let's see if they stick with it, and stay there and pick at 3. And then Washington, to me, just looking at the amount of work that needs to be done there, I think there's a roster that's pretty incomplete. Adam Peter did his best in free agency to kind of spread the resources to try and plug some holes. But that's why I thought of the 2, based off the New England information, they would be most likely. But, all the information changes constantly, and that's why it's kind of a crazy draft. But the latest stuff is a lot of people expect, okay, 1, 2, and 3 are just going to stick and pick. And then that puts the Cardinals in position to trade that 4th pick for whoever wants to come up for the 4th quarterback. And then answer the Drake May thing real quick, Connor. The same thing I said about Caleb and the same thing I said about Marvin Harrison Jr., go back and watch 22. When they had a better supporting cast around Drake May, it was like 37 touchdowns. I think he had 7 or 8 rushing touchdowns, like upper 60s in completion percentage. He played great. Then the team kind of deteriorated around him, and his play fell off. But I am old enough to remember the same exact thing happened to Josh Allen at Wyoming. The same exact thing happened to Jordan Love.
So you hear my QB, that's my quarterback, Josh Allen, getting name dropped there. And that's a hell of a comparison, man. And remember, everyone was wrong about Josh Allen. They didn't want to believe it. Josh is that dude. We're getting so close, man. I can't wait, man. For me, off-season mode, especially when I go into the offseason a little upset or whatever, that offseason hangover. Like when the draft happens, that's getting closer to the draft for me. That's really like football's almost back. But everyone, comment. Who's your squad? Let me know your mock drafts, your thoughts about this all. Like I said, make sure you subscribe. We talk music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more over here. We're going to have football content all season long. It's all about hearing from y'all, the people.
When he was at Utah State. So to me, you got to look at these evaluations not just in a 1-year vacuum.
Hey, Drake May too big. Huge.
Yes.
And Darius Butler says family, awesome. Shit talking, has the moxie, doesn't care about social at all, wouldn't even listen to offers to leave North Carolina. It's like there's so many things off the field that say like this is a franchise guy. On the field, will he be able to?
All right, man. So there y'all have it. That'll conclude the video. Once again, thanks for watching. Sub up, hit the like, all that good stuff. But I want to hear from y'all, man. A lot of interesting topics here. This draft talk. Again, who's your squad? What's your thoughts about the drafts? What do you think about this mock right here? The quarterback stuff, the Patriots trying to rebuild. that troll-ish. I still can't believe that that's troll tweet got legs like that, man. Like, that's folklore that's gonna stick around. People are still gonna be thinking that happened. And the big three stuff, let's talk about it all. Thanks for watching. I'm gone. Peace.